Welcome to Local Edition. I'm Bella Shaw. We've all heard the saying, it's really hard to get from here to there. We're going to talk transportation with Ventura County Supervisor Linda Parks. And seems to be a disconnect.
Yeah,
we're supposed to be connecting.
Yeah, in Ventura County, we have at least 10 separate bus systems. And so if you want to get from the East County to the West County, it can take you hours. And it gets really confusing because you have to change bus systems. Almost each city has their own little bus system, and sometimes the drivers don't talk to each other to another system. So when the when the buses could actually get to the same stop at the same time or without long waits, that's not happening. So my desire is to see a unified system, one that you can get from here to there. I know Supervisor Peter Foy on the Board of Supervisors with me. It took him like a couple of hours to get from Simi Valley to Ventura on the bus. And I think a lot of that is you don't have the easy connections, and you also have confusion because you're dealing with different bus systems. But think about the money that we would save alone if we did that, because each one of those 10 different systems have to make have their own administration, have their own board that oversees the routes and the fees and the fares that they charge. They have to buy their own capital equipment, and each time you have a whole administration, that's going to cost more to begin with. So I think it not only would be more efficient for the bus rider, it would also be less costly to administer. So I'm very strong on seeing that we get a unified system out there.
And who's riding the bus? Because in bigger New York and other cities, they really utilize their bus system. Who's utilizing it here in California?
I'm a strong believer, if you build it, they will come. I was able to put a bus system in Oak Park, which again is a separate system, I admit, but we needed a system out there and there wasn't one. And it is standing room only. It's in a quick headways of 20 minutes, and a lot of students use it. And it's also free because the school district has put in some funds, our county has put in some funds, so it really works. But truly, if you're a senior citizen, for example, and you shouldn't be driving anymore, you're not as good of a driver, there aren't too many choices out there. So, we had a poll that the Transportation Commission did, and they said, of all the voters that we talked to, would you like a sales tax and what would encourage you to do a sales tax? The number one thing was low fares for seniors, the disabled, and students. And I just thought, wow, even more so than filling potholes or helping congestion on the freeway, people do want to be able to see that we have a good bus system in Ventura County, and it really is lacking.
And it's not really a priority. It doesn't seem like it's a priority for anybody.
Well, the people who oversee the bus systems are really the elected officials. They're the city council members, and they're the Board of Supervisors that sit on these boards. In the West County, we do have the Gold Coast Transit, which serves about 4 cities, so that's great. In the East County now, the city of Thousand Oaks and Moore Park and Simi and Camarillo have decided that they will work together in trying to put forward some joint systems. Their first effort was a dial-a-ride, though, and Camarillo decided no, they didn't want to do that one, so they did their own. Now they've got 2 separate dial-rides going to the same place. So we just really need to work together and be able to come up with a unified system.
And dial-a-ride, I'm thinking about the seniors with their low vision. I mean, it's very difficult for them
Well,
to
it's also
dial-a-ride.
the most expensive form of
Is
transportation because it's going to your house and taking you here. If we had some really good fixed routes that go up and down the main streets every 20 minutes, you'd be very comfortable taking the bus. You'd know how you can get there and how you can get back, and it's not too confusing. But right now, it's just it's kind of a mishmash. It depends where you are and where you can go, because there's no system that will generally take you from one place to the other across the county.
Ventura County Supervisor Linda Parks, thank you so much for joining us here on Local Edition. I'm Bella Shaw.